Over the weekend, ISIS apparently reclaimed the ancient city of Palmyra. Syrian and Russian forces drove the terror group out of the city back in March, but ISIS stormed back while the Assad regime was focused on recapturing the northern city of Aleppo. Aleppo is Syria's largest city, once home to millions of people. Anti-government rebels backed by the U.S. took control in 2012, but Syrian and Russian forces appear to be on the verge of taking it back. Debora Patta has been documenting the fall of Aleppo.
This is the face of the war in Syria. Exhausted and terrified civilians fleeing the Syrian and Russian bombs unleashed on their homes in opposition-held eastern Aleppo. People who are so weary of war, so tired of waiting for it to be over. We encountered many families who told us it was too dangerous to ever make a run for it, and so they stayed behind.
Nothing to eat, nothing to cooking, no petrol, no medicine, no schools, no hospitals. Everything was very, very bad.
But when the Syrian army finally takes back a neighborhood, look at what's left. Those who make it out often end up in makeshift shelters. These are people who have never taken a side in this war, but like Mustafa al-Mohandes, they just want it to be over.
Do you think this is the best way to solve the problems of Syria? The country's being flattened.
I can't lie. The situation is terrible, he tells us, but there is no other way. It has to be done. It is the civilians who have borne the brunt of the Syrian and Russian bombs, and in a bitter irony, they have to accept food and shelter from the same Russian military who has been destroying their homes. Then there are the children who have grown up in this war. 13-year-old Amal was telling me how she stopped going to school 2 years ago when a shell landed in the distance. She barely flinches.
Did you hear that explosion now?
Hey.
Does it bother you?
It's all too familiar to even worry about. But amidst all this pain, there was one moment of joy that stood out for us. Mohammed Dokman cannot contain himself. This is the first time he's seen his mother Zalia in 5 years. "My soul," she sobs, "you are everything to me, my son." Another son joins in. It's been 5 years since the war divided Aleppo and ripped this family apart. For them, at least, it is at last finally time to go home together. Debora Patta, CBS News, Aleppo.